Hey people, what's good? Auntie Sylvia, wishing everyone a Merry Christmas and a kick-ass New Year. Let's talk about Frankie and Marta a second here. It's been rough on my girls, a little too much fucking resistance from everybody who was just counting on American powers to be women's world tag champions forever. But hey, fuck them, cause they're smooth-brained fuckers who can't accept change. Now that's not everybody. Frankie and Marta have got their fans, but we get this feeling that despite having fucking whipped on the Disciples, the UK ladies, and Carter and Chance since winning the belts over the summer, that some of you just ain't taking power and beauty serious, and that's a bunch of bullshit. Now, at Labor Day Slam-a-thon, Frankie said they'd take on anybody anytime anywhere, for any fucking reason. Well, Blonde Ambition, Blaze Starr and Lorena Gore been like beating the fucking drum for a title match, and we all said, show the fuck up at Holiday Road, and let's do this shit, cause I promise you this. Once Frankie and Marta win tonight, and retain the women's world tags, there ain't gonna be no more fucking disputes about whether or not power and beauty deserve to be right where they are, at the mo-fucking top.
Man, your girlfriend Sylvia Strong has got a mouth on her, Johnny. Well, coming up next, we're going to close out the first hour tonight with the Women's Tag Team Championships on the line. Blonde Ambition, Blaze Starr, and Lorena Gore challenging Frankie Pacone and Marta Gordon, Power and Beauty for the title.
She can't help who she is Tex.
Well, this one comes about because of Frankie Pacone and what she said in September about taking on anybody, anytime, anywhere, for any reason. Blaze Starr and Lorena Gore decided to hold her to that. I've got everybody in my front office. Blonde Ambition's demanding a title match. Sylvia Strong's being colorful, which is what she does. But we finally wound up settling on it. They've got a big opportunity if they can pull it off. If they can defeat Frankie and Marta, they'll be the new Women's World Tag Champions. And that would be an interesting thing going into the new year, wouldn't it? It might, but I don't think Frankie and Marta are going to be giving up the titles tonight. Not the way Sylvia keeps her people trained, huh, Kate?
Quit that. Only she's allowed to call me that. Just wait till I find out what Danielle calls you when you're at home.
All jokes aside, if this title match is about respect for power and beauty, they've got a great chance to earn a little more credit from fans. But they could also drop the titles to Blonde Ambition. But that would be catastrophic for Frankie and Marta. Fans can be pretty unforgiving, and power and beauty would be seen as a mere flash in the pan. So yeah, for them, winning is everything here.
Can we get your spin on this one, Christy?
My gut feeling says you're probably going to be attending another Stronghold victory party. Blonde Ambition aren't like rookies or anything, but I think they're punching above their weight and taking a big gamble, hoping to win it all, but the chance of that feels a little slim to me.
And it seems we are all in general consensus. We will very likely see a title retention, but again, as we have said around here many, many times, you just never know. Hell, we figured American Powers would retain the titles till they came along. That's true. And when American Powers did drop the titles to Frankie and Marta, nobody believed it. But here we are, months after the fact, and Frankie Pacone and Marta Gordon are still top dogs in the ladies' tag team division. Let's see if they still are after this match with Blonde Ambition. Well, if Power and Beauty are indeed fishing for a little more respect, they definitely have a huge chance to earn a little bit more tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next match, scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit, is for the RWL Women's World Tag Team Championships. The challengers from Sleepy Hollow, New York, Blaze Starr, and from Salem, Massachusetts, Lorena Gore. They are Blonde Ambition. And their opponents, along with Sylvia Strong, from Robbinsdale, Minnesota, Francis Frankie Pacone, and from Redlands, California, Marta Gordon, the RWL Women's World Tag Team Champions. Power and beauty.
Well, Blaze Starr and Lorena Gore have talked themselves into this match. Let's see what they can do about it. Alright, with the sides chosen up, it's gonna be Blaze Starr locking it up with Francis Frankie Pacone first. Women's World Tag Team titles on the line. Well, Merry Christmas, people. Here we go. Willie Johnson sounds the bell. Here we go. Kick to the midsection, a hard right, and a double chop from Blaze Starr. Slamming the arm of Frankie Pacone to the mat, and here comes Lorena Gore. Frankie Pacone with a jumping neckbreaker takes Lorena down to the mat. It is wild to think. There we go. Marta Gordon comes in on the tag. It is wild to think Blonde Ambition. Both those girls used to be members of the Sectarians until they saw the light. Oliver Hollywood got them deprogrammed. It's going to be interesting to see what they do in the new year against the Sectarians. Marta Gordon countering the move here on Lorena Gore with a set of rights, a couple of chops across the chest. Marta Gordon setting up for a nice long vertical suplex to Lorena Gore. Marta covers up and hooks the leg here. One. Oh, just the one. It's still early days yet. It's only the first minute. And here comes Frankie Pacone again. Sylvia Strong. Definitely banking on these girls retaining those titles and getting a little bit more respect around here. Here's a stomp to the midsection to Lorena Gore. A stomp to the arm. Frankie Pacone rebounds off the ropes, jumps over, rebounds off the other side, and crossbody splash to Lorena Gore. Frankie slams her arm to the mat. Steps outside for a minute. Wonder what that's all about. Lorena Gore also on the outside. Here comes Frankie Pacone. Frankie counters Lorena with elbows to the midsection. Frankie Pacone locks her up. And now gets countered with elbows herself. Well, now. Looks like this one's going to be hammer and tong, tooth and nail all the way. Frankie Pacone gets a hold of Blaze Star, hurls her towards the barricades. Makes her way back inside. Lorena Gore locked up. Frankie Pacone catches a shot from Blaze Star. A parting shot at that. Lorena Gore whipped to the far right corner. Counters with a hard right to Frankie. A kick to the midsection, a chop across the chest, and a clothesline. Takes Frankie Pacone down to the canvas. And here comes Blaze Star again. Frankie catches a running crossbody from Blaze. Tags out. Here comes Marta Gordon. Another flying crossbody from Blaze Star. Locks up Marta Gordon. Side suplex to Marta. Blaze locks her up. Whips her to the Blonde Ambition corner. Get out of the way, ref. Marta hung up in the tree of woe in the corner here. A hard kick to the chest. A second one. I'm not sure she isn't kicking her in the throat. Putting the boot to the throat of Marta Gordon. Down she goes. A knee into the back. Marta Gordon rolls to the outside. Here comes Blaze through the ropes. Oh, crash and burn. Just a little sidestep from Marta Gordon solved that problem. There's a knee to the head as referee Willie Johnson starts the count. Marta Gordon gets a hold. Rolls her back inside the ring. Blaze Star back to a standing position here. Marta Gordon going after Lorena Gore too. Blaze Star going after Frankie Pacone. Brings her back into the ring the hard way. Referee continuing to count Marta Gordon, who seems to be just ignoring him. You're going to give Wooly a complex. Marta Gordon gets a hold of Blaze Star. Slams her head into the turnbuckle. Frankie Pacone momentarily stunned by that shot from Blaze Star on the outside. Oh, man. Marta Gordon up on the middle rope. Gets a hold of her and hangs her up there to dry. And just drops her center ring. Marta quickly covers, hooks the leg. One. But no dice. Blaze Star shot her an evil look. Marta Gordon gets a hold of Blaze, whips her to her team's corner. Here comes Frankie Pacone again. Sylvia Strong just enjoying the show here. Yes, Johnny, Mr. Cakes, your girl seems to be having a good time out there. Okay. Frankie Pacone going back to work on Blaze Star here. Now the active member in the team here. Oh, well, look at, whoa, that was a pretty nice counter from Blaze. Backs off Frankie Pacone. Gets a hold of her, and there's a snap suplex right center ring. Blaze off the ropes. Oh, man, butt splash. Right to the lower abdomen, too. Blaze catches a shot to the midsection from Frankie. A couple of hard chops across the chest and a nice uppercut. Oh, yeah, Frankie Pacone's lit up all right. A little bit of showboating here for the fans in Nashville. Lorena Gore comes in on the tag. Frankie hasn't seen her. Yes, she has now. rounds her up into a front cradle, has her up over the shoulder, and hangs her up off the top rope, and down goes Lorena Gore. Lorena counters with a kick to the head of Frankie Picone. Picone catches a double axe handle across the back. There's a stomp to the arm. Lorena Gore whips Frankie to the corner. Gathers her up over the shoulder, but a quick counter and a DDT from Frankie Picone. And so far, the advantage has been mostly towards Power and Beauty. Lorena Gore, hard whip to the Power and Beauty corner. A hard right from Frankie. Here's a tag to Marta Gordon. Lorena Gore about to go for a double team ride here. Off the ropes, stereo elbows as Marta Gordon takes over for Power and Beauty. Marta drives a knee into the arm of Lorena Gore, followed up with a stomp right to the head. Marta Gordon drives a knee into the head of Lorena Gore. Well, they are definitely showing out. They definitely do look like tag team champions, do they not? Huh? Oh, what a shot. She might have knocked her the hell on out. Here's a cover. 1, 2. Okay. I didn't think she was going to recover off that one. There's a kick to the head. Lorena Gore countered by Marta Gordon. Marta locks her up. Hard whip to the ropes, and quick counter from Lorena Gore. A set of rights to Marta, a kick to the midsection. And she's setting her up for something here, but whoa! Oh, damn! What a shot! She bent over like a bow. Marta Gordon rounded up by Lorena Gore, whip to the Blonde Ambition corner. A chop across the chest of Marta. Lorena Gore countered by Marta Gordon. Marta gets out of the corner, locks her up. Counter whip to her own corner. Oh man, this is crazy. Marta counters again, gets out of the corner one more time, and a clothesline takes Lorena Gore down to the mat, and here's another pin attempt. 1. Yeah, Sylvia Strong looking a little bit, I don't know about nervous, but she's definitely animated. Let's say it that way. Another counter whip into the corner for Marta Gordon from Lorena Gore, and pitched over to the other side of the ring. A pretty solid hip toss from Lorena. A side suplex to Marta Gordon. And here comes Frankie Picone. She charges, jumping neckbreaker, takes Blaze Star down to the canvas. Blaze rounded up again. A set of shots, a quick counter, a chop across the chest, and a hip toss from Frankie Picone. Frankie gathers up Blaze Star, flips her to her team's corner, and whoa, oh man, just ran her across the ring and head first into the turnbuckle. Frankie rounds her up, puts her in the tree of woe in her own corner, and walks the hell on away and turns it over to Marta Gordon. And just, literally talk about leaving somebody hanging. Oh man, hard knee to the gut from Marta Gordon. Turns her attention to Lorena Gore, hangs her up off the top rope. Blaze Star in some trouble here with no backup as Marta drags her towards center. Marta Gordon winds up the legs on Blaze, stretching those ligaments for all she's worth. Marta back up on her feet. Quickly goes back for another pin, but too close to the opposing team's corner. Lorena Gore right there to spoil the picnic. Marta Gordon rounds up Blaze. Gets countered with a shot to the face. And a headbutt. Oh, no. And here's our pin. 1. Blonde Ambition. Been tagging efficiently, but haven't been making enough pin attempts. At least that's my humble opinion. Marta Gordon whipped to the Blonde Ambition corner again. Blaze tugging on the arm against the ropes. Gets a hold of Marta again. Marta counters again. She don't want to stay in that corner for nothing. Blaze has her up, and what a nasty Michinoku driver right there. Here's a pin. 1, 2. But nope. Marta Gordon getting that shoulder up. Blaze Star drops a big-time elbow across the chest of Marta Gordon. Blaze Star taking a minute to drink in the crowd. Marta rounded up again. Whip back into the corner one more time. Well, nothing she can do about it now because here comes Lorena Gore on the tag, and here comes a double team. Up and over into a back body drop as Lorena takes over for Blonde Ambition. Marta Gordon rolls to the outside. Lorena Gore goes after Frankie Pacone, but that was no good. Catches a shot to the face. She's not going to give up. There's a right to Frankie. Drapes her up over the top rope, brings her in, and tags her with a shot to the back. Marta Gordon still on the outside, being countered by referee Willie Johnson. And taking the long way home. Lorena whips Frankie, who ain't even a legal woman in the match, into her team's corner. There's a chop across the chest. She turns her attention back to Marta Gordon, locks her up. Oh man, I thought she was going to whip her right into her partner. Marta Gordon counters a clothesline, takes Lorena Gore down. She goes after Blaze Star, hangs her up off the top rope, and down she goes. Okay. Lorena Gore whipped to the far right corner. Marta Gordon deciding she's played enough, and now it's Frankie Pacone's turn. And again, the momentum has really been mostly towards Power and Beauty in this Women's World Tag Team Championship match. Lorena has her up. Frankie Pacone counters. Chop block to the back of the knee to Lorena Gore. Frankie locks her up. Whips her to the Power and Beauty corner. And again runs her halfway across town right into the turnbuckle again. Blaze Star finally back at her corner. Head first into the buckle goes Lorena one more time. Frankie Pacone driving shoulders into the midsection. Follows that up with a clubbing overhand right to the back. Rounds up Lorena Gore. And right back to the Power and Beauty corner she goes. There's a kick to the gut that puts her in a seated position in the corner. She counters, finds her way out of the corner. They lock it up. Frankie Pacone insists she stays. Lorena Gore insists that she doesn't. Whips Frankie Pacone to the Blonde Ambition corner. Lorena hurls her to the other side of the ring with a pretty vicious hip toss. Kick to the midsection from Frankie Pacone. Frankie whipped to the Blonde Ambition corner. Seated up on the top turnbuckle here. Here's a shot right to the face. Here's a second. Oh man, did she crash. Frankie Pacone. She got pretty hurt on that one. And now Lorena Gore taunting Marta Gordon as Frankie Pacone is rolled back into the ring. What is she? Oh, Sylvia Strong's fighting with her. Oh, okay. Marta Gordon tags her with a shot. Frankie Pacone trying to get back up to a standing position, gets knocked right back down again. Lorena Gore pitches her by her ankle, turns it back over to Blaze Star. This match has been crazy so far. Low drop kick takes Frankie down to the canvas. Blaze gathers her up, whips her to the Blonde Ambition corner one more time. Hard kick to the midsection. Frankie counters, gets back up on her feet. They lock it up. Blaze with a snap suplex on Frankie Pacone. Blaze Star rounds up Frankie again. Another hard whip into the corner. Frankie Pacone catches a vicious forearm. Man, her nose, Quick counter from Frankie Pacone. She don't want no part of the Blonde Ambition corner. Frankie slams Blaze's head to the mat and beats a hasty retreat to her corner. Here comes Marta Gordon one more time. Blaze Star just back on her feet. Marta nails her with a clothesline. Right back down she goes. Blaze Star rounded up by Marta, whipped to the Power and Beauty corner. Here comes Frankie Pacone again. What a team we got going here. Double axe handle across the arm of Blaze Star. Frankie Pacone going for an abdominal stretch. Probably won't get a submission, but she is definitely trying to wear Blaze Star down. Blaze Star counters with a hip toss, gets out of that situation. Frankie Pacone rounded up, and there's a knee right into the mat. Blaze gathers up Frankie one more time. Another hard whip to the Blonde Ambition corner. And they've got to do something soon if they expect to win this match at all. A kick to the calf of Frankie Pacone. A hard right spins her around. Blaze goes behind on her. Oh, look at this torture rack. Possible submission. Look at this right here. Willie Johnson checking it out. But Frankie Pacone with a set of shots to the head, gets herself cut loose. Another hard right to Blaze. Goes behind on her, takes her down. Here's an arm bar. Possible submission, but Lorena Gore saving her partner from that one. Frankie. Ooh! Talk about retaliation. There's a shoulder that puts Lorena Gore out on the floor. Here comes Marta Gordon again. Blaze Star laid out on the outside. Sylvia Strong kind of taunting her a little bit. And Johnny, how do you even deal with that woman on a regular basis? God bless you. She is some piece of work. Frankie Pacone rolls her opponent back into the ring here. Marta Gordon taking over. And here we go. Oh, what a chop right across the side of the head. Oh, she did it again. Well, damn. Oh, Women's World Tag Team titles are on the line in this matchup. We got less than 5 minutes to go. Time's a-wasting. The leg drop, don't find the mark off the top rope. Blaze tags her with a right. A headbutt. Takes Marta down to the mat again. Blaze Star with a chop right across the chest of Marta. Here comes Lorena Gore again. Marta back up on her feet. A running kick takes Lorena Gore down to the mat. Here's another cover and a hook of the leg. 1, 2. Another near fall. Oh, damn. Well, we have got less than 3.5 minutes to go. Something's got to give sooner or later. Low drop kick from Marta Gordon. Takes Lorena Gore down to the mat. Here's a kick to the leg. Marta turns it back over to Frankie Pacone. Sylvia Strong trash talking Lorena Gore. There's a stomp to the arm of Lorena from Frankie Pacone. Frankie stomps the arm one more time, just in case she forgot how much it hurts. Frankie Pacone with another. Oh man, she is just insistent. Very insistent is Frankie Pacone. Her opponent gets up. There's a kick to the gut, and this does not look good. Lorena Gore about to go for a fisherman suplex. Oh, wow. Here's another pin attempt, but nope. Lorena Gore rescued by Blaze Star. Blaze slammed to the lip of the apron, and down she went. Lorena Gore on the other side, on the outside. Frankie Pacone rolls to the outside, rallying the fans here, and she better, because we got about 2.5 minutes, less than 2.5 minutes to go. Oh, well, now she's just playing with her food. Frankie Pacone rolls her back inside the ring. Lorena Gore writhing around in pain as Frankie takes herself to the top turnbuckle, flying crossbody off the top to Lorena Gore. Frankie, with that little senton right there to the gut. Here's another pin attempt. 1, 2, 3. Well, now with less than 2 minutes to go, Frankie and Marta retain the Women's World Tag Titles.
The time, 18 minutes and 40 seconds. Your winners and still Women's World Tag Champions, Power and Beauty.
Well, now, if that doesn't prove that Power and Beauty are deserving of their spot here, nothing will. A buzzer beater with less than 90 seconds left of the timekeeper's clock in a match where Frankie and Marta more or less dominated Blonde Ambition, who didn't do badly, but honestly, they're not ready to go up a level.
And that concludes the first hour of this evening's Christmas special card. We'll be back with the second half in just a few minutes. Stick around.